So part 3 of story time about how I was kidnapped and gang raped in Dubai and I got conviction against my attackers. But the real reason why I left, and I left a few years later because something happened to me that was a million times worse. Imagine something worse than that. And why I advocate against Dubai as being a safe space, because it is not, because their legal system is abhorrent and misogynistic and a nightmare. And I feel sorry for anyone who has to go through what I went through. And there are thousands of people languishing there in jail, being tortured and suffering human rights abuses. So let's dive into that. After I got the conviction against the attackers, the court case went on for nearly a year, and they were sent to jail for 10 years. One of them escaped, and 2 of them went to jail, and then they'll be deported afterwards, these Iranian men. And I had to try and put my life back together, which was really hard because I was definitely traumatized, didn't have any mental health support, it was very taboo. A lot of people in Dubai had stopped speaking to me even with the conviction, which is very common in that part of the world. Although Dubai has its pluses, it does encourage a lot of self-serving behavior, because most Western European people there, or most European people or white people or people of a higher socioeconomic standing, are there for pleasure and to have a good time. So I then went on The Apprentice quite soon after, which was a huge mistake because I was really traumatized, and that was not a great experience. And then I came back to Dubai, and I'd had an event company for 15 years and I wanted to move into food and beverage. So I sold my event company and I set up a bunch of restaurants that I started in 2016. I ended up with 5 restaurants, one of which was called Smith's, that all the Brits in Dubai used to order from, Smith's British Roasts. We did classic English food, and then I also had an Italian one called Lasagna Box. I set up a health food company called Beast Mode that did meal prep, and I had a keto brand and another brand called Bounty Bowls. So I was doing all sorts of things. And I was looking for an investor. I was working in cloud kitchens, but I was looking for an investor to scale up my business. And I was approached by someone who claimed to be an investor. Now, what I didn't do, which was very foolish, was proper due diligence. And someone who'd been in business at this point by 15 years, you may think I'm very foolish for not doing my due diligence, and I'm not going to disagree with you, but what I am going to do is provide some context around why that didn't happen. So being a patriarchal society like Muslim countries are, I think there was a part of me that automatically deferred to men, because I had been told so many times in Dubai things like, your money can only come from your husband or your father. I was denied bank accounts on the grounds that they just couldn't fathom that I was running a successful business. I've had all sorts of sexism and misogyny, and men are deferred to, and I wonder if I had less self-worth and less belief in myself then. And when this man presented himself in my life and took me to all of these big offices and took me to all these business